have seen them beating the living daylights of many people. A lot of people hate them, but at the same time, many love them. When we talk about celebrity twins in our country, the names of these brothers hits our mind. So today, we have with us the Roadies fame, Raghu and Rajiv.
Hi.
Yeah. Not many people know about Raghu and Rajiv when they were kids. So tell us about your childhood.
Our earliest memories, ever since we can remember, people have been staring at us, we've been the center of attention.
We've been paraded from classroom to classroom just so that people could look at us.
So it was interesting. It was traumatic in many ways and interesting in many others.
So we were very active, I would say. We were very fascinated by music and dancing. We used to dance a lot.
Yeah, at one point we were known as the dancing twins.
Yeah, we were known as the dancing twins.
It is rumored that you guys were ragged in your school days by your classmates. How
We
far
were
is
bullied,
that true?
initially, till about reaching the 9th standard. There was a lot of bullying, there were these boys who would pick on us a lot.
Every day.
Yeah,
Every day we used to get bullied.
Then it stopped.
Yeah, we made them stop.
Being monozygote, what kind of a bond do you guys share?
We've always tried and been together in whatever we've done. Even though he was running his own company at that time, Colosseum, his own company as some other company, but he was heading it. I was making roadies only, but we made sure that we collaborated on that. There's another show that we started called Splitsvilla. It's another very successful reality show in India. Again, that's something we both collaborated on. That's the work part. Even apart from work, we made sure that we live next to each other. We spend whatever time we can with each other. It's fun.
Words sometimes are not enough to carry the experience of something. Twins is like that. You gotta be a monozygotic twin to understand upon it like that.
What made you come up with the concept like Roadies?
We were able to put our worldview into our work. So that's how Roadies started. It was supposed to be a travel show to begin with. But because we look at the world a certain way, our experience of the world is a certain way, we wanted to kind of incorporate that into the show that we did. So whatever you see on Roadies, be it the auditions, be it the journey, be it the tasks, be it the twists, be it the vote outs, that's the way we see the world.
Were you happy with the way Roadies, the last season of Roadies was programmed?
We don't watch TV, I'm sorry.
I've heard good things though. I've heard it did well.
No plans of getting back with Roadies?
Not at all. People have to move on in life, and we've been trying to move on for a very long time. I've quit Roadies thrice.
Even if we never do anything, even if Roadies becomes the biggest show and Roadies runs for 20 more years, and we are still the guys who started it, right?
Same with
Of
Splitsvilla.
course.
Same with Splitsvilla. Going back there is doing injustice to what we are doing now. We have a company of our own called Monozygotic. We are doing many more interesting, fascinating things that we want to do.
Tell us about you coming up with an autobiography.
Yeah, I mean, that was 2 years ago. I wrote a book called Rare View, My Roadies Journey, and I put a lot of my thoughts and experiences in there. People don't know me because we kept it that way. We made sure that nobody got to know us away from Roadies. We were not, he's been hiding from social media till like last week.
Yeah.
So that it was important to us that people didn't know us, that they saw us as a certain kind of person. But once Roadies was over in my life, I wanted to just put my side of the story in front. And a lot of secrets came out, like the fact that we can't ride bikes, the fact that we can't cook or take care of, we don't have a sense of direction, for example, the fact that there were the accidents that have happened in life. And so it was quite interesting, the kind of reaction I have got from people. It's done really well as a book, and if people want to get to know us better, that's a great way to start.
Talking about change, you guys are known to give your opinions openly in front of public, in front of the masses. There is a lot going on in our society, the social concerns, be it against women or the LGBT community. So what is your take about it?
Firstly, understand that you have just asked us, you say things fearlessly, yeah? Isn't that a basic right of everybody in any country of the world?
Yeah, but they're not.
It should be, right?
Yeah.
It is a quality that defines us. Man, they talk fearlessly. Who should we fear? Who should we fear? I'm not talking about what's happening right now, but logically, who should we fear when expressing ourselves?
And especially if we're talking about tolerance and equal rights. Our constitution guarantees that to people, right? Irrespective of caste, irrespective of religion, irrespective of even sexual orientation, I don't think the Constitution of India has, isolated and picked on LGBT community to say that no, they don't have rights. They do.
People quote religious texts and Indian culture. I think somebody should be quoting the IPC or the Constitution of India. That they should be quoted. I mean, because what's written there supersedes everything else.
All religious texts. Actually.
That is right. We are not a one identity country, right? And if you really call yourself an Indian, go back and study the Indian culture and history, you will know that Aryabhat, the guy who changed mathematics, okay, was also intimidated to shut up. Okay, Panini, the most definitive grammarian of Sanskrit, is of Afghan origin. We have always taken the good things from other cultures and become greater than them. Tolerance, learning, hearing. That's Indian culture.
Also,
how can you beat somebody saying, yeah, this is Indian culture? How can you do that? Criminal intimidation. That's an IPC. I'm going to quote it now. It's criminal intimidation. It's punishable. You cannot be doing that if your sensibilities are hurt.
But if our leaders are saying the same thing and encouraging it, and people are getting away with mob mentality and lynching people or creating riots, that is dangerous for India. That's dangerous for any country. And I think the liberals, the free thinkers, the people who are all for tolerance, it's a tough time for us. But as always, we will win.
Why can't I live in this country?
I mean,
why should I?
I'll tell you this. This is very clearly a hangover of 1947, where they wanted one Hindu country, one Islamic country, and they said if you're okay with Islam, if you don't acknowledge our supremacy, go to Pakistan. That's come back. It's something called whataboutery, Rajiv. Whataboutery. If you say anything, I want peace. What were you doing when Kargil war was happening? What were you doing?
Yeah.
What does it matter? Anyway, that's what we have. There's a lot more we have to say.
No, I think this profile for peace is a sign of things to come. People are fed up of this kind of politics and this kind of I'm offended, shut up, I'm going to beat you up kind of thing because my religious texts have quoted that. I think things are going to change. Youth has always young people will come and everybody will keep quiet. They will change things. The old people come.
In India, still today, we have a major chunk of youth. They still don't want to speak about a lot of things. So what message do you have?
The number of people who are talking, the number of people who are stepping up to oppose and to change has increased drastically. Yes, there will always be people, both young and old, who will say this is not my problem, why should I get into this? It's too much trouble.
I think social media is a right place actually. A lot of these people find expression because you can possibly target one person or the other person, but you can't target a whole group or a community of people who have the same feeling, and they're not saying something wrong. I mean, they have the right to say. Yeah, so they are. I think social media is helping young people find a voice.
Many people objected as well as appreciated your active participation in getting roasted by a lot of comedians in India. So do you think India has scope for stand-up comedy?
Yes, of course it does, and it's coming up as an art in a big way. All over the metros, especially Delhi and Mumbai, even Bangalore, there are lots of young comedians who have now found a stage, who have now found a voice, who have now found an audience, and it's amazing, it's great. This art of stand-up comedy will flourish in spite of, or maybe even because of, this opposition, because it is by nature a rebellious kind of a politically incorrect art.
Also, the beauty of living in a democracy is those guys are really entitled to that opinion. They don't like it. I respect that.
No, writers and comedians.
I'm talking about the AIB thing. If they don't like it, it is their view, and they are as much entitled to it as I am. If you like a kind of entertainment, please consume it. If you don't like it, don't consume it. Don't tell me what to watch. Don't tell me what to eat.
Anywhere in the world, if you post a YouTube video, you're free to, there's a thumbs up sign, there's a thumbs down sign. You like it or you dislike it. If you have a strong opinion about it, you can post your comment in the comment section. Only in India now, they're saying no, remove the video.
Yeah.
And that is a problem. And that is intolerant. That is actually low IQ, a little stupid, I'd say.
Tell us more about your Monozygotic production.
It's not a production as such. I mean, there's
Yeah.
a lot of things that we do. We're bringing a lot of new thinking to things that have been happening and the things that seem to be happening now. A lot of expertise that we have with 20 years of expertise talking to the youth. We're, instead of being limited to only reality shows about travel and about romance, we are now bringing to various other forms of storytelling, various other forms of expression, which we are excited about.
For instance, we're doing fiction now. So we are bringing a different sensibilities to fiction.
What do you think about fiction as a genre in India?
See, we're not qualified to talk about fiction as a genre as professionals because none of our fiction work has come out there. But we are qualified, I guess all of us are, to talk about it as viewers. We are not that young, but we understand youth and we also connect with youth more than the GEC kind of an audience. Because of the digital phase of youth, a lot of international shows
Are accessible now.
are accessible. They have bad shows as well, but some of their shows are really good, And the new bunch of people who is coming up are not grown watching the regular fare on television, but these shows. So for them, they have a new definition for edginess. They have a new yardstick for scale or for drama.
I'll tell you something. Television is happy the way it works. Yeah, we may not watch it. A lot of people may not watch it, but they don't need us. Okay, they have their audience defined and they're talking to them. That kind of storytelling resists change. Yet there is another audience that is rapidly growing. I mean, growing at 10 times the speed the mass is growing, and that has become and is becoming a force to reckon with. People have to cater to them as well, and therein lies the excitement, therein lies the adventure of new forms of stories, new forms of storytellings, new sensibilities, and so television is fine, it won't change, it doesn't need to, that's fine. But the action and the excitement has shifted from television very solidly.
Just to make it a little lighter, I have a fun activity for you guys.
Okay.
So it is a rapid fire round. Morning, noon or night.
Night.
Any nickname?
I have many things people call me, but I can't repeat that in polite
Company.
Just go to my Twitter.
Yeah, one was Rajowski, which was based on Raj Kapoor's character in Mera Naam Joker, Ivan Rajowski. So one was that. The other was, my mother calls me Raja.
Any pet peeves?
Many.
Many peeves.
Intolerance, regressive
Yeah.
behavior, and
False pride, shallow pride on stuff that we do not understand.
I'll tell you my biggest pet peeve is people coming up to me and saying, excuse me, why are you so rude in life? Let me explain that once and for all. I'm not rude. It is rude for people to come up to me and tell me opinions that I have not asked them for. I don't walk up to, excuse me, why are you so fat? Excuse me, why are you so ugly? Excuse me, why do you look so stupid? That would be rude. So people are rude to me and they accuse me of being rude. That is a pet peeve. Don't do it.
When I'm walking on the road, they're like, hey Raghu! That's a pet peeve.
The funniest prank that you have played on Raghu?
Many actually. What happened was, he used to come home from school, do his homework and go to play. I used to come home and say, I'll do my homework later, I'll just copy it from Raghu. And I used to go and play. And I come back and since he wasn't doing work, we used to play. So net result, every day, he used to have given his homework and not me. Also, the both of us used to be in our own worlds, right? So teacher used to call my name, Rajiv, come here. So I'd say, Raghu, calling you. He'd go there, get beaten up.
Yeah, happened a lot.
It happened a lot. A lot of these things. Even when for bath, okay? So my parents would give him a bath first. We were very young. Then they'd call me. And he'd be dressing. So I'd say, they're calling you. So he'd go again get another bath.
Yeah.
One thing that drives you crazy?
Bad connectivity for your cell phone. Really, I'm addicted to it now. Really, and I can imagine the youth of the country really getting addicted to it because we are not now stimulation junkies. We're all information junkies. We keep, so that drives me crazy.
If you could have an opportunity to have something unlimited forever with you, what will that thing be?
Money. What would it be for you?
Traveling, happiness.
I was gonna say traveling and I was gonna say friends.
Who's gonna pay for it?
With money, I can buy friends. The
And
ones that
travel.
I like, and travel, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll buy friends, and if I don't like them, I'll return them to Flipkart. Apparently,
I'll
they give
travel
money back.
and make new friends in different countries.
Yeah,
You see?
yeah. I can buy happiness.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why not?
yeah.
Share one lie and one truth, and Raghu will figure out which one is your lie and which one is your truth.
I love hair products.
It's a truth.
Okay, what about you?
I'm scared of speaking my mind.
Truth.
What, really?
Yeah.
Coming from Raghu, he's scared of
See, here's the thing. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is a active overcoming of the fear. Everybody in India, at some point or the other, is scared of speaking.
Like,
their minds.
you will be scared when you bungee jump, right? But people do it. And they're really scared when they do it. But they're happy that they did it. You understanding me?
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time,
Pleasure.
Raghu and
Pleasure.
Rajiv. So that was Raghu and Rajiv. Hope you had as much fun as I did with this entire interview. Stay tuned for more videos in the future. Thank you.